So after recording my last couple of videos and seeing the impact that it has been having in my game, at this point, it can't be because of my influence on the YouTube algorithm. YouTube is now transferring the data to the game itself to give me skill-based matchmaking, and not just that kind of skill-based matchmaking where it's all bad and all the hoopla is all over the place, right? They know I made a video about the minigun, I get the minigun. They know I made a video about the anti-gravity cube, I got the anti-gravity cube. There's no way I had that kind of influence, but just in case I do, I have to calm down a little bit. Maybe talk about something that isn't as polarizing, something that isn't as annoying. Never mind. I'm talking about the Goose Ledge. Even after me putting hundreds of hours of me sinking my teeth into this game, I'm still finding new fun ways to play the game, and that's exactly what Goose Ledge is. See, I've been holding off using Sledge because of my relationship with the spear. We just got engaged. I didn't want to have some sort of affair that would kind of mess up my relationship with the beautiful spear. Then next thing I know, I'm getting suggestions to try out the Sledge, right? Finish off the heavy melee arc, right? And I was very skeptical. I don't know why, I just was. I didn't want to cheat on my beautiful spear, but I did. And I'm sorry to say it, I had a lot of fun. That's the only way I can really describe the sledgehammer. It's a lot of fun. And I had the most fun with the goo gun. So I thought about making 3 types of videos, one based on the goo gun, then the sledgehammer, and then Goose Ledge. But I was like, nah, I'm just gonna make it on the Goose Ledge entirely because I can't really play goo gun without the sledgehammer and vice versa. It doesn't really feel right with winch. The goo gun doesn't really feel right with any other weapon. Maybe the spear if I tried it, but then the spear doesn't feel right with anything else but the winch. I kind of screwed myself up here. Hey, but that means more content for you guys and a lot more Goose Ledges because, hey, YouTube is going to send the fact that you watch this video and you guys are going to get more Goose Ledges in your games. Oh yeah, that's right. What I wanted to do, I wanted to go over a very surface level overview of both the sledgehammer and the goo gun. So the goo gun, sledgehammer, their synergy is unmatched. I feel like this is the best specialization weapon combo in the entire game. There's nothing more satisfying than giving a dash light that's been running away from you the entire match, just for them to one-shot them with the alt fire with the sledgehammer. It is so satisfying. And if you hate lights just as much as I do, then you should try out Goose Ledge. And even if you don't like the goo gun, try out sledgehammer. Alt fire, if you hit those alt fires, you feel like a god. And that is a very good feeling. The sledgehammer is a lot of fun, and I'm very sad that it took me so long to figure this out. Even with a bunch of buddies of mine running the sledgehammer, the Chonk, we got Hyper over here, they love the sledgehammer, and this is literally the first time I've used it in an actual match outside of customs. The alt fire is so good. It's not just good for combat, it's very good for destruction. You can destroy entire buildings with this thing. You can stall cash outs if you're underneath the cash out. You can create whole new holes for better lines of sight for your teammates, for flanks, for escaping people. That's just destruction alone, not to mention how good it is for just going through walls, right? So that might seem like the same thing, but if you use this mechanic offensively, and I mean offensively like directly after you destroy the wall, not even destroy the wall. So something about the sledgehammer that not a lot of people know is that the sledgehammer actually does damage through structures. So let's say there's someone chasing you down, you go behind a wall, or like you go through a doorway and you know you're getting chased by them. All you have to do is just alt fire. It goes through the wall and actually hits the person on the other end of the wall and does 175 damage. That's how much the alt fire does. And you are in a massive advantage, especially if that's a medium. All you have to do is just do a primary attack. If it's a light, you don't have to worry about them anymore. If it's a heavy, just another alt fire. So you have so many opportunities to just completely wreck those guys. And when it comes to baiting people with a sledgehammer, I am not the person to ask. There's plenty of videos on how to use a sledgehammer, and I recommend you guys watching those guys. I am just here as a dude, this is all I do. I play it, I have fun with it, and I describe my experience with it. That's all I do. And you guys like it when I do that. So I'm going to keep doing it. When it comes to the combativeness of the sledgehammer, my favorite thing to use is the alt fire. I sometimes use the primary fire when I'm trying to do, I guess, combos. I'm using quotes in my hands. When I say combos, I'm not talking about my boss. I'm not talking about the quick melee combos that Embark absolutely gutted to where you can't even use them anymore. I'm talking about alt fire, primary attack. And then that kills a medium, and that almost kills a heavy, but you're off by about 75 damage. I have no experience with the OG glory days of the sledgehammer, so I'm not going to talk about the nerfs or any of the buffs that this thing has had. because I haven't experienced any of those. I've only experienced the current state of the Sledgehammer, where it does 100 base damage with the primary fire and 175 damage with the alt fire. And it feels really good. It feels really, really good. I've had a few experiences where I should have hit the player, but I haven't hit the player. And that's pretty much the only gripe I had with it when it came to the offensive capabilities. I assume there were cases where you can alt fire, primary fire, and then quick melee a heavy, and those would be a lot easier to use. It would be a lot easier to kill those players, but it isn't really affecting me too much because, well, I've never gotten used to those melee combos. I've just gotten used to how it is now, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, with how it is now. And I still feel like even with the quick melee combos being out of the picture, the psychological damage that it has inflicted on the player base is unmatched. Any light that sees you is going to cower in fear. They're going to run away because they know, oh shoot, this thing can one-shot me. And it's awesome, dude. I love being in the nightmares of every single light in the game. It is awesome. When you go 15-3 with the goo gun sledge, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, the goo gun. I gotta talk about that too. The goo gun is not just used for offensive capabilities. It's pretty straightforward when it comes to offense. You just shoot them at the person. It stalls them a little bit. If you hit them right, they can't see you, they can't shoot you, but they're stationary. That's what's important. If they're running away, you shoot them. It gives you time to charge up an alt attack if you're close enough. If you're not, you just shoot them again over and over and over again until they can't do anything but die. That's pretty much how it is. The goo gun though, the goo gun is just used in so many different ways compared to the winch or the mesh or the charge and slam. The winch is kind of close to it because it can do some cash out manipulation, but the goo gun can do the same thing. It can knock over cash outs, make sure it's on its side so no one can hide behind it while they're stealing. It has great synergy with the anti-gravity cube. You can use it to make entire new platforms up in the sky if you use it correctly. Just mount it on a wall, make a little cocoon for it. I remember there being an Apo short like probably a year ago at this point where he just made a cocoon of goo surrounding a cash out, and it was pretty cool. The goo gun is used for so many things. Offensive, defensive, you can plug in all the entryways. You can make sure there's only one choke point unless they destroy the goo, and then if they destroy the goo, you know where they're going, you know where they're going to come from because you can hear the shots. They have to reload. You can push them with a sledgehammer, go through the wall because you know they're going to be over on that other end of the wall. There's just so many contingencies that came naturally to me, at least, to where I just knew what was going to happen when it happened. It made for such good defensive plays that I made. It just made me have a lot of fun, and I think I might stick to Goo Sledge from here on out, honestly. But Goo Gun's also used for maneuverability. It's used for stalls. You could shoot people that are trying to steal the cash out with the Goo Gun. They lose their line of sight on the cash out, and then the timer resets. They keep trying to steal it because they're too dumb to figure out what's happening. Just keep shooting them with the goo gun, and then you get the cash out in no time. It's such a stall machine. It's so good. It has 20 rounds, 20 goo rounds, I guess, 20 goo balls that you could shoot. So, and it also has a very quick reload. So you have basically infinite goo if you know how to use it right. And I do recommend watching more videos on that because I barely know how to use it right. I am such an infant when it comes to my goo gun strategies here. Now, here's the real reason why I had so much fun with the Goo Gun Sledgehammer combo, and kind of the reason why I made this video in the first place. I wanted to bring attention to the fact that the meta isn't just going to be, oh look, the FAMAS with the 93R and the LH1, that's the new meta this season, and it gets pretty redundant if you're just a you're a meta head. You're not a meth head, you're a meta head. And the only thing you can think about is how to win games the most efficiently way possible. And that isn't really what video games are supposed to be about. They're supposed to be about fun. And if you're ruining other people's fun for your own fun, then I think that's a pretty good day. Am I right? I mean, what, you want other people to have fun while you're playing a video game? No. They're running cloaking device double barrel, dash, and dagger. Okay, those are the most insufferable people out there. You know why? Because they're lights. And you know what this combo, the Goo Gun Sledgehammer combo, is really good at? Killing them. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be using this bad boy of a combo. These beautiful specialization weapons that I'm using right here, you should be using them too. But as long as I'm not in the game, because I don't want to die to you guys, I probably bit off more than I could chew here. As long as you guys know, if you're having fun with the game, that's all that matters. Screw other people's funness. Okay, they can make do by themselves. Okay, they can have fun elsewhere. Have fun. That's all that matters. That's all I really wanted to get out with this video, because come on. It's the Goose Ledge. It's such a crazy, wacky idea that is just, it's beyond the capabilities of pro players' brain levels. They can't understand how to have fun in a game anymore, okay? But it's just fun that I'm trying out new ways to play the game that isn't just brainless shooting, you know? It's fun that you can play so many different archetypes of a different weapon and specialization. There's so many combinations you can use in this game to where it makes for endless replayability. I'm at least 700 hours into this game, and I am still finding new ways to have fun with it. And that just makes the game even less of an issue for when it comes to like, oh my gosh, this game has nothing now. I'm starting to like see why people were mad at me with like, oh, this is the biggest problem with the game. Where's all the content at? The content's already here. We just got to learn how to use it in different ways that we haven't used it before. Well, that's the moral of the story, everyone. Go ahead and let me know what you guys thought of my little rambling session I had here with the Goose Ledge. Hey, is this an appropriate gooning session, or should I say gooing session for the Goose Ledge? Is it as good as I think it is? Is it as annoying as I'm hoping it is? Because I like making players miserable like you guys. I hope you guys died to me when I was recording these videos. But you guys have a good one, all right?